Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Brian Campbell on this February, last day of February. Can't believe I've even been saying that. Brian, you really provide resources for other worship leaders as well. It's not all leading music. You do workshops and so forth. Tell us a little bit about your full ministry.
Yeah, that's right. We do. We spend about a third of the year really talking shop with worship leaders on why we do what we do, and sometimes I'm really in that headspace, heart space too, even in interviews and stuff like that as well. But we talk as a team and as a ministry. We really focus on the why behind the what when it comes to worship, and how we can do that more effectively from a place of vision, and say because of who God is and who we are in Him. The heart then is really to how can we really worship as a community and as individuals more effectively. So about a third of the year is spent just in workshops and training events, and a lot of it is spent with songwriters as well, just kind of writing these songs that the church can really sing back to God as His people.
Yeah. How do people contact you to get in on that?
Yeah, just email me at brian@heartswake.org, and that's hearts HEARTS wake WAKE.org, and that's the easiest way to do it. You can do it through the site too at briancampbellmusic.com.
What do those workshops look like? What can we look forward to when you attend?
Man, a lot of times we're talking to kind of the heart space and moving that space from just even the technical kind of side of what we do to taking a step maybe away and then upwards to kind of see from a heavenly perspective on what's actually going on with worship and what is God's heart and His desire for His people when we worship. And the short of it is really that He's about life change, and the way that we worship most is by a transformed life, that we see who God is, we behold Him, and then we're transformed in a way where our lives reflect that. Mm-hmm. So really with worship, then it's moving away from just an experience or a set list into a place of encounter. How can we help lead people into that place of encounter with the God of the universe, where we believe that when we worship, we're the ones who change and we're transformed. Yeah. So that's really the heart of it with those, and then kind of from there, seeing where what a lot of times what the host wants me to talk about or speak on in that context.
Probably nothing was more of a revelation to me about the heart of God than becoming a parent and knowing the intensity of love that I felt for these babies, to know that God loves us all that much more. You're kind of a new dad. Does that resonate with you at all? Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. Oh man, I think that's such a transformative experience, and obviously you're, as a parent, you're not there to be transformed. You're there to be a caregiver for the kids. Mm-hmm. And but so much of what God does in the process is really, like you said, it's really in your heart and what He's doing. So for us, that's been massive. And I think what's really what's so encouraging and exciting to me about being a parent is how God molds your heart in the process to even accommodate who that next life is, what they're about. And I had a friend who when his daughter was born, he was talking about it, and he said that he started to worship in a place where he never worshiped before, just in a place in his spirit and his heart. And he wasn't really a worshiper, but even as his wife was pregnant with their daughter, he started to really be drawn to worship. And what they found, she's like 7 years old now, but she loves to worship. She loves music, and she loves all these different things. And God really stirred his heart to be the kind of father that she needed him to be. And I've seen that even with our little daughter already, of how my heart has changed so much, even from our son to our daughter, how God just changes your capacity and just even the desires of your heart to really be the kind of father or mother that your kids really need. So 110% I agree with you. It's the heart of God. So much communicated through parenthood.
You're very lucid for what I'm guessing is a sleep-deprived person right now. If you're holding a 6-week-old.
Yeah, she's being really good too.
That's
Right?
good.
She's like just kind of chilling out right now. I've got a bottle in hand in case she wakes up. But
you're ready to go.
She's being really good.
Well, it's so fun talking to you. Tell me a little bit about you. Were you always in this place? Did you grow up in the church? Did you have some kind of a major transformation and turnaround at some point?
Oh man, yeah, all of that, and I know time. I want to be sensitive to that, but yeah, I had a powerful encounter with the Lord when I was 19, and I had grown up in the church, but it was like I really encountered God as a big God and a God who wanted to be known by me when I was 19, and that just started a journey for me really into the heart of God. And I had a great mentor growing up who really taught me a lot on the music end and even on the service ministry kind of end of things. But the heart kind of part of it really engaged for me when I was 19, and just started this pursuit of the Lord that's continued, and just trying to be true to that and try to do that authentically with our family and all that stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Your new CD is coming out. You're shooting for June. Is that it?
That's right. Yeah, and it may be a little sooner, but
cool.
We're just conservatively saying June right now. But it's a full-length worship album. We're really excited about it, and the next single from it is actually going to be releasing this spring.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that. I love the way you're doing this, that you can go to the store on your website and you can actually buy a flash drive with 47 different songs from 6 albums right on that.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah. Well, we found like that there were just, sometimes the story side of it too, that people just want to know how, like you said, how did you get here? And the music really communicates it a lot. So just found that was an easy way to do it. Just, hey, with instead of trying to give you a box set of CDs, let's give you a flash drive, and you can have our whole discography, and off you go.
All right. What kind of tips can you give us? Because you are one busy guy. There you are worshiping. You are leading worship. You are leading your family. You have, I'm going to guess again, not a lot of hours of sleep every night with the ages of your children, and yet you are continuing to write music. How do you balance your time and insert that own private time of worship and devotion for yourself to continue to grow? How do you juggle it? What tips can you give the rest of us normal old Joes?
Oh, man. Well, I think there's a lot of normal old Joes who've given me some great tips and have shown me a lot about just the places to even begin that. And I think what you said is it's massive, just having that time with the Lord, that personal time with Him. We try to think of worship in 3 areas, and really that personal time with the Lord where you're in your prayer closet or you're in your home and just inviting the Lord in. And so often that's with, we'll just turn on worship music in the morning and just say, God, I thank you that you're here, and just invite the whole family into that place. And then that kind of campfire area, I would say, would be our second kind of scope. And that's just getting together with friends and people that you care about, maybe your small group, maybe your worship team, and just having a sing-along and getting those times just to engage as groups of families together, and just really simple kind of stuff. And I think when we do that, the corporate really engages really well. So we've just been trying to stay true to those 3 and just invite the Lord into all that.
You really have a theme running here, and it really is making sure that the foundation is strong. Get that right, and then all the rest of it just seems to come along and flow pretty naturally.
Massive.
I love what you're saying about community. It's so important, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is exactly like you said. It's the overflow. I think when I'm trying to, we're moving into a season that's pretty busy, as a team and everything. But if I'm trying to minister and serve from a place where I think I should be, so often I'm bringing just kind of an empty vessel to places. But when I let it kind of let the serving and really what we have to give come out of the overflow of what God's been doing and what he's actively doing in our lives, it feels like just something authentic too that God really honors and he delights in. And I think for us as believers, it's just, as we engage with a world that really needs Jesus, it's really that simple. Just share your story of what God's done and what he's doing in your life, and keep it authentic. Just keep it focused on him, and he's going to surprise us on how much he actually uses that in other people's stories to draw them to himself.
Mm-hmm. So good. We've been visiting with Brian Campbell. Look up Brian Campbell Music. Go to his Facebook page. Definitely get to his website. Order some music, and we get to listen to him right now. Our refuge and strength, Brian Campbell, here on The Light. Thank you so much for joining us in our community. And this is The Light, 95.9.
When times are uncertain, I turn to you. I send my gaze upon the unchanging one. Even when I question your faithfulness, I know you'll never fail. You remain the same, never changing, ever faithful you are, always searching. I will be found where you are. God is our refuge and strength. God is our refuge and strength. God is our refuge and strength. God of my strength, will you come and reign when all hope seems lost? Will you make a way? God of heaven, to you I run. I am pressing on till your kingdom come. Never changing, ever faithful you are, always searching. I will be found where you are, never changing, ever faithful you are, always searching. I will be found where you are. God is our refuge and strength. God is our refuge and strength. God is our refuge and strength. You are glorious. God is our refuge and strength. God is our refuge and strength. God is our refuge and strength. You are glorious. God is our refuge and strength. God is our refuge and strength. God is our refuge and strength.